I don't know, man. Chad talks a lot of crap, but I love my two-door. Once you've driven a two-door for so long,
my shit don't break.
but you can maneuver a lot more with a two-door. I've had a four-door. I had it for 6 months and got rid of it. I just did not like the way that it rode. And this each their own, right? You know, everybody has their thing, but he's not wrong in the sense that there's a lot of things that Cassie outwheels me on. It's
Matt, will you pop a picture right here of my two-door Jeep that I drive? Thank you.
Right where your fingers were?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
I drive a two-door, just saying.
Okay.
anyway. I've seen you wheel a two-door.
Yeah, it's called the tank.
Oh, the tank.
Oh, it's got two doors.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
That's not a damn. That's a monster truck. That's not even a. I gotta drive home, bro. You know what I mean?
Eddie, have you ever had a breakdown so bad you couldn't drive off a trail?
A breakdown so bad I've never had to drive it. No. Well, yes. One time. And it was the second trip I ever made to Moab. Moab is where I cut my teeth as well. I used to go a lot. But
prior to Cassie then?
Prior to Cassie.
Okay.
This was years and years ago. I was up on the Golden Spike Trail up at the Golden Crack. I had an old two-door red Jeep on 35s, a 4-inch lift, and I snapped an axle shaft. And up there, I was alone. There was nobody up there. I learned real quick, you never go alone. I had to hike to the rim to get service. I had to call a guide, a trail guide, to meet me at the Goonie Bird to pick me up. And then the next day, I rolled up there with Rory Irish to pick it up. But it was a very hard lesson learned, and you don't go by yourself and know your limitations. Clearly, I was over my head.
What's your favorite part of Hell's Revenge?
Favorite part of Hell's would be Hell's Gate. It took years for me to get up the courage to do it the first time, and I flopped it a few times. There's a few times where I don't know how I didn't go over, but that's the one obstacle on that trail that still gives me that adrenaline rush, that first, like, whoa, when you come over the top and you made it.
What's the next goal for the JK?
Next goal for the JK? Mine, the little tiny one, the two-door. I would like to, we're going to raise it up. It can't go as big as Cass because it's too short, but probably follow the same line that we're going to do with Cassie. We're going to get hers up to par, and then we'll follow in suit with mine.
The way she keeps driving, man, forever to find parts.
I put 2 trail brakes, okay? That's it. So, which knock on wood.
Dude, I have something for you.
Oh boy.
It's how to find the bad coil ASAP.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Does it hurt? Because there's ways. There's ways to find it. Just reload the byline.
So Eddie catches a lot of shit here at the shop. Eddie can mechanic. Eddie just doesn't know like the full and depth side of things. So sometimes I get my butt chewed for not explaining myself, and other times I get my butt chewed because I am explaining myself. We just don't know what Eddie knows, and we don't know. So we've had some running funny things going on here, like we told him that we were watching to see how many times he washed his hands here. And now he's at the point where like he will be dripping grease. I got to go to his work, and my first question was, where do I wash my hands? But no, so like the cool thing about our whole group is everybody does something different. I would love to sit down one of these days, we have everybody and kind of explain what everybody does and what funds the projects, what makes it happen and why you love it. Because, Cassie does it because she doesn't want to write bitch. Our YouTube guy, Matt, offered me 2 years ago to start a YouTube. Didn't know the guy, and I'm like, maybe down the road. A year later, hits me up again. Hey, dude, let's get this YouTube thing going. I'm like, you know what, dude? You're probably right. Maybe it's time to get this thing going. And I said, well, dude, you have a Jeep. You love it, this, that, and there. He says, I really love it, but I never see myself passing that threshold of where I'm at today. How many Jeeps you got now, man?
Sure. I got 3.
It's 3. So, I don't think that it's so much the off-road bug. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's a blast. But like the people that we have, the people that we meet, the friends that we have, just the group is really what makes it fun. And half the time, we don't get to incorporate that into our videos because we're too busy screwing around.
Yeah.
So, if you guys could all take the time to figure out who everyone is, and hopefully everyone gets a little more mellow with the whole camera thing.
Yeah.
I think it'll be phenomenal. Like Jared and his wife, that has the big buggy on 46s. Dude, they are an absolute handful. They are so much fun. But they're clear up in Green River, Wyoming. So they're an hour and a half from us, so they don't just get to come down to make videos. But they do go on all the trips with us mostly. So, and everybody drives something different. I don't think anybody really has the same thing. Any of us. Nobody has the same.
Even side by side, they're all a little different.
Yeah. Yep. So, and I think that's truly what makes it. You can get a trip that's too big. I truly believe 10 people, 10 rigs. Because when you go on a trip and you're not guiding, you just kind of want to have fun with your friends. You don't really want to be. The last thing you want to do is be on a trail at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's middle of winter, and it's cold as shit, and somebody snaps the gearbox on New Year's Day. I don't
But it happens sometimes.
Video coming soon. But no, so it's like this. It's the camaraderie. It's the man. It really it's what helps me stay in business, and it helps me deal with the demons of all the BS of owning a company and the stuff that's not fun. So Randy's coming out of his shell slowly. He did forget to tell me that the camera's on the other day though. Oh, and I know that Eddie looks old, but he is not the oldest in our group. There you go.
There's one. Thank you. I got
There's one.
It was an age. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Jared wins. He's a spring chicken. But no, we need to get Jared down here because Jared built his entire rig. It is a badass buggy. And this guy, I'm not kidding you, built this buggy. To this day, he still does not own an electric impact or anything like that. It's all hand tools. So he built that entire buggy with just hand tools. So his whole story's cool as shit. I'm sure you'll lie a little.
So it's like an Amish buggy.
So it's like an Amish buggy. But it is a super cool build. It's had a couple different, like any of our stuff. It's came in waves. I looked up some of his older pictures from when he first got it done, and it looks nothing like it does today. So it's pretty amazing to see somebody. You don't have to have $1 million. You don't have to have a 10,000 square foot shop. You don't even have to have a garage. Dude, you can do this stuff out in the dirt. That's where we all started. So I think that's the reality of it, is it doesn't cost a ton of money. You can go get an XJ or a WJ or a ZJ and throw $1,500 at it. And if you have a welder, you have lockers already, and you can just go have fun. But we met Eddie and Cassie, and they drive to the trailhead everywhere they go. When I got introduced to rock crawling, the group of people that I went with was like, no, you have to buy a trailer. You have to haul it. But I stair-stepped into rock crawling with going with the people that were like, Pritchett was, an okay trail. It wasn't one of those, you didn't have an option. They would peer pressure you, and it was good because it turned me into the wheeler that I am today. They all think that I should wear a cape, but they don't understand how many things I've killed and bashed before their existence. So
Cass and I got into it by ourselves, so that's why we drive everywhere we go. We don't have the truck and trailer to haul. But the upside is we kind of slow rolled it. We started with the old Red Rock Trail, rating system, knocked off our way up, just kind of getting comfortable and learning our rigs that way. And that's actually what brought us to Vernal. We started getting really, started living in the sevens, Rob, and felt really comfortable. Started wheeling in Vernal, and that's when we met Chad and everybody about 3 years ago, and moved here 2 years. 2 years now we've been here. And had a lot of fun out this way.
There'll be some videos coming soon. The tow truck will never be the same, and the tank.
It's gonna be a beast.
The tank's gonna be routed. So I don't know who sells the nicest axle shaft, whether it be chromoly or RCV, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna test them out. So I have a few bucket list trails. There is, I believe it's called 10 Falls or 7 Falls over by Gunnison. I keep being told, even with my Jeep built the way that it is, that it doesn't belong there. It has a winch on the front for a reason. But I'd still have to go see it. Choke Cherry, we're gonna go down this fall. Most likely just side by sides. Maybe take a Jeep with us, but we're gonna go support Ultimate Performance and be a part of Fall Pro. So we're super stoked about that, because that's a bucket list place for me. And then every year we make a Leadville trip. We kind of motion from Leadville or from Ouray over to Leadville, because Ouray, it's fun. But I mean, you go every year, you see the same trails, Black Bear Pass, everything. It's a same. But Leadville has some nasty stuff. And, Holy Cross, to me, has always kind of been a moderate, okay trail. And I took an XJ on 35s and a Rubicon Express long travel and stickies, and I winched twice. So I'm still upset about that. And then I took my big Jeep, and Carnage Canyon is in Buena Vista, about 30 minutes south of Leadville, and Carnage Canyon is no joke. That is the nastiest trail I have ever tried to get down. I have tried to take side-by-sides. I have tried to take full-size rigs. And it's just one of those trails that just won't let me have it. No matter what I bring or how I do it, I just,
But Randy handled that one. He walked right through that one.
But I built my Jeep for like $25,000. I don't have $80,000 this year. I just don't have. I don't have that kind of money. It's weird. Everyone says that, owning a business, you get to buy those cool things. My employees have cooler shit than I do. I don't know what that means. It's that, but I had that cooler shit before I came. It doesn't matter if you did or not. I'm just saying, you have cooler shit than I do. But yeah, that's that thing.
No, that's equal to the tank.
No way, dude. Are you kidding me? You're gonna sit there and say that your rear steer tube chassis buggy on 42-inch rev labels is equivalent to the tank on 43s DOTs non-rear steer? No, it is not the same. Nah. Not to mention he's way low center of gravity. He's got cool aluminum links. I have 200 or 250 wall 2-inch bent links.
Bentley.
It's amazing at how much time you can spend building a rig and just completely trash it in one summer. But anyway,
It was fun. Don't.
no, it wasn't. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. So just so you know, if you ever sheared, dude, like I sheared a weld bung going into 250 wall 2-inch. Like it didn't break the bung, it didn't break the pipe. Like it ripped the weld bung in half. So if you take a ratchet strap, get it back where it needs to go, and you wrap it back and forth enough, you can drive out of Carnage.